Conway the machine.
Yes,
Talk to
sir.
me.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, man, we in the building, man. We ain't
Yeah,
gonna
we
play no
here.
games, man. We ain't gonna play no.
You know what I'm saying? We linked up and put together, you know what I mean, 7 strong shits. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. For those that don't know who
Yeah.
Conway is and what Buffalo is and the struggle, break that down to them.
Man, Conway the Machine, man. I'm from East Side Buffalo, New York, man. You know, one four for Griselda Records. You know what I'm saying? That's myself, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Derringer. That's how he hold us down on all the beats and shit, do the production and all that. You know what I'm saying? And we just some hometown heroes, man. You know what I'm saying? Street dudes that just family that just put our heads together and what I'm saying, and did something special for our city. And here we are today with it. You know what I'm saying?
How hard was it coming out of Buffalo and just grinding?
It's extra hard. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I like to think, probably like any other small city or small town, like shit or whatever, like, because we don't have the luxury of having like, we can't just go downtown and get on the train, go downtown and go pull up at Def Jam and pass a demo out, catch an A&R coming out the building, going to lunch or something, shit like that. So we ain't had that luxury. Like our open mic nights and freestyle ciphers and open mic nights, like we don't have like an A&R pulling up or whatever. Like when I was living in Atlanta, like doing them open mic nights and shit, like Jermaine Dupri actually pull up to them shits. A nigga like Dallas Austin, somebody
Yeah.
who could, if they feeling you, they want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Like we don't really have that luxury, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a little more tough. Plus it's the hate dynamic. It's like everybody be you know what I mean. It's one of them cities to where like everybody got that chip on their shoulder and everybody is like feel like every man for himself. You know what I'm saying? So that type of that hate dynamic, man. Them haters and that crab in a bucket mentality. But it's actually different now, man. Lately it's been shocking to me, man. Buffalo been kind of coming together. We've been holding everybody down, supporting everything. It's a lot of local businesses and you know what I mean, a lot of young entrepreneurs and motherfuckers selling shirts and clothing lines and restaurants and shit now, and everybody actually supporting this shit. So that's major, man. It's turning around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that definitely is major. And like Sheen Gun, somebody said you said 4 man, you forgot Sheen Gun.
Right, Shago Black, man. Yeah, Shago Black definitely is our 5th man, man. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that's our #1 guy. You know what I'm saying? That's actually Benny's older brother. You know what I'm saying? He passed away. Unfortunately, he was murdered a few years back and shit. And everything we do, we try to hold the homie down and make the homie proud. Even our first album released on a major, we named it "What Was Sheen Gonna
Sheen
Do?"
Gun do.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. It seemed kind of simple. Me and Westside laughed about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck, you know how they got the "What Would Jesus Do?" the little bracelets and shit. We just
Yeah.
gonna have what WWCD. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's like we really thought about like, damn, man, imagine if we be laughing and joking with each other all the time. Like, man, imagine if Sheen Gun was alive with all this shit going on, 3 or 4 chains on his necks, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and
Yeah.
living his life. And you know what I'm saying? Like, because he was a full-fledged bona fide street dude. He was like the muscle. He was the guy who, niggas ain't fuck with us because they knew they had to deal with him. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
he wasn't playing. But you know what's important is what I love is the fact that I was a guy that grew up on hip hop, love love it. And it's like on Be Proud of Me, for those that don't know, check out Be Proud of Me by Conway. That's my favorite song by Conway. You talks about how people just, first of all, you was older. You was rapping and you was older. There's a lot of
yeah,
cats out there that might got some age on them, but they got some spit with them. They got some
yeah,
spit. And it was like, people was saying real discouraging stuff to you, like, man, like you
yeah,
tripping, man. Like how was that and how was you able to keep going? Because there's a lot of guys out here that's spitting. You got young cats in you, but you got older cats too. Whereas though people get to a certain age and people start looking at them like, nigga, is you crazy?
yeah.
Like, is you crazy? You think you gonna be this is a young man sport. But for y'all to
Right.
be able to get on The Rock. Y'all over there with, with Jay and them, and they notice y'all, that's major. But talk about that moment when it was like, damn, did you ever question yourself like, damn, is they right? Am I tripping?
I can honestly say nah. I never see when you know what I mean. You always gonna get that. You know what I'm saying, Wallow? Like you always gonna get niggas who, hate. I mean, naysayers, niggas who, you know what I'm saying, talking. You ain't gonna man. What you know what I mean? You getting too old, bro. This shit come. You know what I mean? My thing used to be niggas used to be like the kind of beats I'm rapping on, like. They don't want to hear that Wu-Tang shit or Mobb Deep shit, bro. They want to, you know what I mean? You got to go on some trap shit, bro. I'm telling you, you got to get you some shit in the club. You got to get, but it's like, it's two things you can do, man. It's either you can listen to that shit and live by it, or you can just follow your own plan, your own moves. And me personally, I never really let that shit get into my head. Like I always would, you know what I'm saying? I always was just super confident. Like that's the only thing I tell niggas all the time. That's the only thing we did different. We ain't never give up. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was shot in the head and fucked up, couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a cane and bullet in my neck and all
How
that
long?
shit.
How long
I
you
was
was in the
still going
hospital?
to the studio and
How
doing
long
my
you was in the
thing.
hospital?
I had to go twice because they let me out early and I was still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I was in there probably about, I was in there for a while, but I was at home fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? But I was supposed to go to like physical therapy and all that shit, and I wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? And then my doctor wanted me to have this procedure done that could, fix the nerve damage to make this, let me get a little bit of movement in this side of my face, like a plastic surgery or some shit. But I dug that shit up. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm good. And I just, I'm saying, like, I just kept it pushing, man. And I just kept it. I still didn't think it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like, even it's funny you mentioned that song. Like, even when, like, my baby moms was, getting on me, and she probably ain't mean that shit, probably did. You know what I'm saying? But,
Mm-hmm.
you know how I go when you having a back and forth with your lady or whatever. But even when she said that shit, I still didn't think, like, I never once thought, like, I was too old for it. I understand it's a young man sport, but it's like, you know, look what LeBron doing right now. You
Yeah, but
feel me?
I know it probably was like it's painful coming from somebody that got your child because listen, that's where it come from a lot of times. You might come from homies, but it sting different when it come from a woman telling you.
Nah, indeed, it definitely do. It definitely do. It's definitely disappointing, and a doubt can creep in your mind, but you can't let it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't let that shit tear me down, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
I actually, looking back on it, it's like I actually needed it. You know what I'm saying? I needed that shit for my to fuel my fire. Like you know what, man? Fuck, that's what motherfuckers think of me. Let me turn up, then, Sean. I'm too old. I'm what? You know what I'm saying? I just always look at everything. I look at every challenge as a chance to gain from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I need these challenges, or I'll get bored with. I don't want to get complacent. I want motherfuckers to doubt me and to hate on me, and tell me my shit whack, or nah, I don't rap on them type of beats, or yo, you getting too old. You ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna do that. No, you ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
everything I say I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know what I love? I love the fact that y'all came back to service an audience of people that wasn't being serviced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about an audience. I'm talking about it's the age bracket and
Give
it's
it a
the
shot.
sound that they're looking for. One thing about me is I grew up listening to the whole everything across the circle of hip hop. Everything from it could be from Ice-T to Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, Ultramagnetic, Brand Nubian. It could
Yeah.
go. It could be MC8, Spice One, Scarface. It was just all common sense. Uh, the Mighty RSO. It was just all type of things that I listened to. So when
Yeah.
y'all came, it was like, damn, you know what? This is really giving a lot of people hope, and it's motivating people to keep going. That got a certain sound because
Mm-hmm.
hip hop is just a bunch of different sounds. Even when you listen to a beat, it's a
Yeah.
bunch of different sounds put together. So
Right.
I'm the type of dude where I might be considered as an older cat that grew up off of hip hop because it was, hip hop was always the soundtrack to the struggle in America to me. It was
Mm-hmm.
like it helped us escape the reality of that hardcore struggle of the '80s when
Right.
shit was
Right.
really fucked up. But
Right.
I listen to when I so But I'm not the dude to say, oh, they young, they not doing hip hop right, or they not doing. I listen to all that shit. I don't care what you talking about because it's sounds that I'm chasing. I'm chasing sounds. But to see y'all come back, man, it was like, oh shit, because it was like it's so many people that rap in a certain style or format that a lot of people try to count out. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Oh, that's dead. Nobody want to hear that shit. And I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so happy that y'all brung that beat back. Like to now people like, because you gotta understand, it ain't just that y'all brung that beat back. Y'all got on a primetime label, primetime push. Like y'all not just some dudes just rapping on original hip hop type sound. Y'all all over, y'all style, y'all all over, y'all at the fashion show, y'all global with this shit. So y'all like high class. Can I say high class underground?
Yeah, that's a good way of explaining
like top 5-star underground shit. Like, but it's really on another level. And it's just so refreshing to see that shit though. Because when I came to Sunny Hall, I mean, when me and you first met, I came to West Side Gun, Rocky Marciano, Sunny Hall, Sony Hall up in New York. And when I looked at the line was just crazy. But when I seen how everybody was in there with the merch on, everybody on there knew lyric for lyric, it was a different crowd because I be at a lot of shows. I interview a lot of artists. It was a different crowd. And I was like, I'm seeing cats that's like, you seeing everything, man. You seeing all type of people. And it was talking about everything from the older street dude to the policeman to the transportation worker to the sanitation worker to the cat the older cat that's the manager at the supermarket. Like you see, and it's like, whoa, I know
the
skateboarder. It's like I really don't see these. It's like I'm not used to seeing these type of people. It's just like it's usually more of a young crowd. So it was like, man, it was just crazy. So how do you feel about that? Did you ever understand or look at that? Like, yo, we servicing, like, how did you understand that?
Yeah. I mean, I was always a fan of this shit first. Like, I'm a fan first, you know what I'm saying? And I like to try to, you know what I mean, do what I do and with the fan in mind, like how they going, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a show or an interview or whatever. Like, I like to see dope shit, a dope show, but I kind of didn't really, you know, understand, like, you know what I mean, the impact that this shit was going to have, man. I always knew. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because I always was confident and knew, like, yeah, nigga, we gonna pop. Our shit gonna pop. We gonna make it. Watch. We're gonna be the illest niggas in the game. Watch. All we need is a shot. I always knew that and always felt like that. But I never knew, like, damn, this magnitude is like, you know, it's kind of groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you know, you could look at, like, see, people try to gauge things now by like statistics, like numbers and shit. Like, and if you look at our shit, like, we're not selling a bunch of records. We don't have, we don't have a big social media presence. Like, you know how like Soulja Boy got on, and a lot of niggas they had millions of followers. You know, Chief Keef had 100 million YouTube views and shit. You know what I mean? His first single. Like, we don't have it. I got like, you know, maybe like 20, 30,000 followers on Twitter. It's just like, I think it was just the way that we um woke the culture back up. And how we did that was we just took everything and that we love as just fans of the culture and put all that shit in the pot. We didn't just try to be a one trick pony, like you said. Like, we niggas at the fashion show in Paris, on the, you know what I mean, on the runway in Paris, front row with Virgil. Niggas are at, you know, in the mountains and shit in Wyoming with Kanye. Sunday service. We had wrestling front row at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? We had, you know, MF Doom. We got MF Doom on records. We had, you know what I'm saying, front row at Ghost and Raekwon show. We have a dinner with Raekwon. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We with, you know, Tyler the Creator on West Side album. You know what I mean? It's like, it's because we put all that shit together in one, like the movies. You know, like even with the Lulu shit, the movies, the art. You know what I'm saying? We big on art. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our shit boutique and very limited. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know what I mean? Not to be giving the playbook away fully, but like that's what, you know, create the frenzy for our shit, because it's so limited and you really ain't got a chance to get the motherfucker. So if you got it, you know what I'm saying? You one of 100 people, 300 people that in the world that have it. It becomes a timeless, a piece of art. You know what I'm saying? It's just not just a a hoodie or a jacket. It's an art piece. You know what I'm saying? It's timeless because it's like what Yeezy was doing when he first started. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will be waiting in line, sleeping in that motherfucker for a week straight, trying to get them Yeezys. You know what I mean? Them little 300 pair worldwide he dropped. It makes it more boutique. It makes it more rare and make it more of an art piece. And that's what we do with all our shit. We try to keep the quality high and keep it art, but not just keep it one dimensional with just hip hop. It's like, man, we fashion, art, you know what I'm saying? The wrestling, the sports, the NBA shit, the street shit, the jail shit, you know what I'm saying? And then we could go to Sunday service with Kanye. We can go to, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, fashion, we can go to Paris and be front row at Fashion Week. It's just like, that's what kind of, you know, separate us from like the typical like underground rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what I
I
love
think
is that
underground rappers do underground rapper shit. They just want to, you know, perform at, you know what I mean? They don't even, I don't know what they do, but we try to do our shit as if the rapping part is like the smallest. You know, this shit like a pie graph,
yeah.
like a pie chart. That's like the smallest, you know, part of it. It's fashion, it's art, it's, you know, other shit that make us up. That's why we call it Fashion Rebels. Griselda by Fashion Rebels. Like, we rebels of this shit. We going totally against the grain. Niggas putting out 15, 16 songs on the album. Fuck that. We gonna give them 7. You know what I mean? We gonna name our shit Hitler Wears Hermes. You know what I mean? The
Yeah, that
Devil's
was crazy.
Reject. We're gonna put, you know what I mean, our shit grimiest of all time. We're gonna put Osama bin Laden on the cover. We'll make it an art piece. His face, you know what I mean? Got the paint on his face, and it's actually by a real, like, known artist. Shout out to Chris Haven. It's actually an art piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just do what everybody else ain't doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do what everybody else doing. I don't want to rap on what everybody else rapping on. I don't want to do features with who everybody doing features with. I don't want to wear the same kind of watches you niggas. I don't want to drive the same. I don't want to be the same because what's gonna separate me from the rest of these niggas? You know what I'm saying? Wow.
And you know what's important is I'm going to take you back to that limited edition merch. Uh, for years, like when I came out of jail, that's how I was surviving. Like when I first came home, I mean, at the Chinese store every day, but because I'm selling merch, my T-shirts
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
That's all I knew. I be trying to hit these rappers, these artists, to merch, and it's like a lot of dudes they don't. Could you please you ain't got to throw no numbers out there, but could you please? Is merch similar to Dope Money in like the 80s? Like, could you
Yeah,
please?
yeah, it is, man. It is. It's, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. I try to identify all these hustles as like, as the you know, shit, the crack game, nigga, the dope game, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's we sell the merch like we sell, like you would do in the street aspect. You know what I'm saying? Quality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you got that quality, the fiend gonna hit
Mm-hmm.
the block coming to see you, walking past all the other niggas who got work. Like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm going to see my guy, and I think that's what it is. But the numbers wise is like, man, you know what I mean. But for us, it really ain't even about the money or the numbers. It's really about just doing some fly shit for the culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's all about the art of it. Like, the money,
Mm-hmm.
we you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't used to we ain't, you know, we used to having money and having things in life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? From other shit we was doing in our course of our life. So we're not really just so. Cause that's the benefit of being older and more mature. We done grew. We
Yes.
done seen it all, been it all. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it ain't about just the money for us. I don't even really. Sometimes, man, I don't care if I don't make nothing back. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it all into the quality and the, you know, what I'm putting and what we putting out. Like, fuck that. We put the money into this shit. We make motherfucking $1,000 back. So what? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool, good. We won because we got some fly shit out there for the culture. That's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
timeless and forever.
Yeah.
You know
Set
what I'm
free
saying?
on here. Set free just said, tell him about the art. Set free on here.
Yeah, oh no, Set
Compound.
Free. That's my big brother, man. Set
Yes, sir.
Free definitely is one of the, you know, the trailblazers in this and merging this art, hip hop, and all that shit, the culture, and he just, it's always super inspirational and to go get up with my brother when I be in New York, and you know what I'm saying, he just a super fly nigga with, as far as the art, his brain is just like, that's my bro, man. Shout out Set Free. What up, nigga? You ain't here?
Yeah, he in there. He
He
said
in it?
something.
My boy Set.
You know, I had a conversation with this younger cat, and he was telling me about I ain't got enough people. And I was just explaining to him about nurturing your audience and supplying your audience. And don't focus on who you ain't got, but focus on who you got. And I told him, I said, man, if you got 1,200 fans, you know, in different places, like I said, that's like a little baby tour. He's like, damn, you tripping. So I want your advice on the aspect of like, you know, 1,200 fans, that's 120 people per city. That's a lot of people in a room if you just starting off and you want to build your shit. What's the importance of building your stuff? And could you recall back when y'all was doing them shows and was just not that many people? How long did it take to grow?
It really, by our second tour, it was kind of like, okay, the rooms was getting bigger. You know what I'm saying? There's more people and shit. But like even that first tour, because like before that first tour, I really hadn't done a lot of shows. You know what I'm saying? I maybe did like a handful of shows before. Like I really wasn't. None of us really. We wasn't doing shows and shit like that. So even them little, you know, them rooms that was 100, 200. We see, you know, that shit was even like, oh shit, it's giant packed in there. You know what I'm saying? We hyped. But the beauty of it, which we didn't really understand at that. Well, I didn't. I'm sure Westside did because he had it all figured out from the beginning. But it's like, yeah, it might be only 125 niggas, 150, 200. You might have just sold 200 tickets. But these is 200 diehard followers, like fans who fuck with your shit. They want to buy the hat, the T-shirt. They want the CD. You know what I'm saying? They bought the ticket to come to the show. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta, you know, that shit gonna grow because they're gonna spread the word. And you know, it's funny. Sometimes I'll be at shows and I can tell when it's like some newer motherfuckers there, like new fans. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't be, you know, they don't, the fact that they don't be knowing the word for word, it's like they be looking at the rest of the crowd singing that shit, going crazy. And like you said earlier, it's like all different type of people. It ain't just like one particular, you know, type of fan. It's like every aspect. You might got a guy in there who, you know, a lawyer got his shirt unbuttoned. You might got a, you know what I'm saying, next to a nigga who got a bundle in his pocket trying to get trying to get Benny to sign his scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all different type of fans, and they be seeing that shit, how it's like crazy. We ain't never had a fight or no crazy, no violence, no nothing.
No, it was peace. It was real peace.
Always love, and that's just like the power of like hip hop, and that confirmed it for me. Like, yeah, we doing some dope shit. We doing some dope shit because everybody here is like, you know what I'm saying, is here for this hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I was happy as shit when I was up there at Sony Hall. I'm not going front. I got smoked the fuck out. It was like a smoke fest in there. But it, you know, I seen one of the legends from my childhood, Q-Tip, come through. Talib, all type of people was coming through, just showing y'all love. Still, everybody like from Duck Down Square. It was like from Spiff and West. It was like, yo, man. It was like it was so much love, and it was like you said. Nobody was on no nut shit. Nope. Everybody was peace. Like you got people like it wasn't no you stepped on, like it was just
And when frown in the house.
And when y'all came on that
kind of music, you know, that content, that's rare. You know what I'm saying? Usually when niggas rapping and talking like how we talking, there's gonna be a couple of stabbings later on that night.
No, man, and just to see people, everybody, like I'm looking in to see a crowd, I'm like, hold up. Is all these people like really got all this merch on? I couldn't believe it. And then, you know, I seen one boys, I ran into these two dudes, they was having a conversation. Man, what happened, died, man? Oh, all right, here we go. We back on, y'all. Hold up. We coming back. We coming back. Yeah, it's cool. I'm here. Phone down.
But my shit, they kicked me out. You know what I mean? This shit was getting too spicy for them.
Okay, so what happened was, it was two dudes talking about the pieces. Oh yeah, I built this from, and I'm like, they talking about the collection of y'all merch, and I was like, but it was like two dudes that really didn't know each other, and they was like, damn, I'm from such and such, because I'm just there, I'm here hustling, just peeping the scene, but the vibe was so real. It was, I'm talking about everybody was in there, man, and it was just like, God damn it.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? Back to what I was saying, like with our shit being so boutique and rare, it's like a nigga have on a Fly Guy hoodie, and that'll connect another dude. You know what I mean? It'll be like another dude with a Reject hoodie on, and dudes is connecting and create a conversation and a connecting. Like, oh shit, you fuck with it? Yeah, I bought this. Like you said, I bought this joint. So just having, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this. You got that? Did you get the? Did you was able to get the Lulu jacket? Did you get? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, man, that's actually, what we set out to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to make this shit to where this shit just not like another T-shirt you get at a concert or a hoodie. This shit is special and it means something to the fan, like the CD, like the vinyl do. You know what I mean? Like the music do. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's like who is it that because you got a lot of rap influences, and I ain't gonna front. I snapped when Cool G Rap was on West Side last year. I went ballistic when I heard G Rap on it. That was legend. But
Mm-hmm.
but who is it? Who is it that past or present that you would just if you only could do one feature, man, one feature, one, who would that be?
That's tough, man. Well, thankfully, all the dudes who I would have said first, you know what I'm saying, I already done features with them, like Cool G Rap, Rock Mars, uh, Black Thought, niggas like that. But if I had to just choose one on the rap side, it'll probably be Hove. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying? It'll be Hove, man, for me.
I think that can happen.
Yeah, no, that'll happen. That'll
I think
happen.
that's gonna happen. I think that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I think you'll just slide in there and it's just gonna drop it and just let it
Yeah,
off.
let it all. Cause I would have said Prodigy or like somebody like that, but I already done did Prodigy. Me and Prodigy got an EPs, and we done. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? And outside of the whole, maybe like a nigga like Big Pun, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Big, rest in peace.
Yes.
But other than that, like I pretty much did records with everybody I want to do records with. On the rapper side now, there's some singers and stuff I want to work with. I'd rather work with the producers. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my set of guys who I feel like I just want to be in a room with for a week or two or whatever and just create like a doctor. I wish I could have caught Dre when he was, you know what I'm saying, in that bag and worked with Dre and Kanye. You know what I'm saying? RZA, he actually, RZA, me and RZA going, God willing, we gonna do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas like that. I'd rather work with the producers because, like, I like to work with, you know what I'm saying, people that can bring the best out of me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I never want to get into a place to where I just feel like I'm that nigga. Like, I'm just super cocky and I'm just like, I feel like I have nothing else to accomplish. I have nothing. I made my best. I'm like, nah, I want to be better. I want it every day, every song, every verse, every album. I want to be better than the last one. I want to grow. I want to learn as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no ceiling on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right
that's
now.
why on the producer side, I rather on the producer side
Okay,
than the rapper.
that's great. You ain't say Premier though. I'm surprised you ain't say Premier.
Yeah, because I done did plenty.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
a few
yeah.
joints with Primo. Primo the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And that, that's my big bro too. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple shits with Primo, but you know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna have Primo on my album too. We already talked about it. See, Primo is the type of dude, he ain't emailing you nothing. Ain't none of that, yo, I'm gonna send you a batch. You gotta
None of that.
pull up. And you only can pull up if you're invited. You can't just call him like, yo, I wanna come get in the lab with you, Primo, and cook up. Nah. He'll call you. You don't call Primo.
That's
You
legend.
know what I'm saying?
That was an honor. What is the best advice that Hove ever gave you?
Um Own everything. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you own this shit before it's all over, man. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't even like personally tell me that. Just I got that from just watching. You know what I'm saying? But shit he told me was just like, far as like me, the crying on the stage, I'm gonna just talk about that. Like
Yeah.
when he saw that, you know, when I be doing that shit, I be confused. You know what I'm saying?
Explain.
I be confused. I be like I have to take a moment to just like gather myself, dog, because I don't be knowing like if I'm like fucking show up. I don't know if I'm looking like a sucker. I don't know if I'm not that I care, but I don't know if I'm. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't be wanting to do that, and I be really like confused or like, man, like why me? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I really can't explain it, but it's like that emotion just always pour out of me like that when I do that song, The Cow. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And like when Hov seen that, he was like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He actually, because I was over there, I was with Flea. And Flea, you know, I was, you know, had my hands on my knees and my hands over my
Yeah.
face, and I was like letting it all out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Flea was over there, you know, holding me down like, "You good, Lord?"
Yeah, Flea a beast.
And then when he tapped me like, "Yo, the big homie wants you." And I looked up, and Ho was, you know, waving me. I was like, "Come over, come here, come here, come here." And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm still getting my shit. And he like came over to me, and
Mm-hmm.
he just told me like, "Man, that emotion is what is everything, man. You don't be afraid to let that shit out, man. That shit is amazing to witness, and you know it's you. It's a part of your story,
Yes.
and it's true. It ain't no cap, nigga. Don't hold that shit back, and don't, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I think that was the most important, because I now I feel more okay with letting it out if I get to that point of you know what I mean, breaking down on stage and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
real
okay with
because
it now.
you know what? It's real when words or your thoughts can evoke emotion like that. That's some real shit going on. Cause I had my moments where I let it go. I'm not trying to be cool to nobody.